Background knowledge is a really important factor in close reading, and we know that there are students who come to any kind of reading experience who don't necessarily possess the same kind of background knowledge that might be needed. Now, the overall, what has typically happened is that the teacher ends up providing a whole lot of background knowledge in advance of the text to everybody in the class, whether they need it or not. And the problem with that is that you lose kids who already have that background knowledge. You run out of time, so the reading of the text itself becomes this one and done kind of experience because now we have to go to recess. And in the meantime, we never got to the critical thinking that needs to happen with that text. When you've got students, typically a subgroup of the larger class that you have, when you have students who don't have the kind of critical background knowledge that you think they're going to need, that's when you take them aside and you warm up the text in advance for them. So if I'm going to do a close reading on a Tuesday, and I know that I have 5 kids who need some more background knowledge instruction, I'll meet with them on Monday to be able to warm up the text for them, to give them a running start into the Tuesday close reading that we're doing. That way, by the time we get to that close reading on Tuesday, they've had that running start and they can participate in that close reading and on a same level playing field as everybody else in the class.